So I went back and reevaluated all the videos that I took about John Titor as gospel, and I went straight back to the only source that we have now, johntitor.com. There used to be a link that went to the actual document. It no longer goes anywhere. So this is the only piece of information we have. And there is no mention of CERN creating black holes. There's no mention of a tower in New York City. And there is no mention of Steve Hawking admitting he was wrong. So all of the things I built that last video on, I feel like were misguided from those other creators. Some of the other things that I found to not be very time traveler-y are these things that seem much more like a person from the year 2000. So he shows a lot of fear for Russia and like a super Cold War kind of mentality, definitely reflecting on the earlier times. And we have a lot more fear for China now as a world superpower. They are obviously the big dog, not Russia. And in his schematic, he had Russia being the big dog and attacking China, which is not gonna happen. Not now. China funding Russia, it's just not realistic. There's a big difference in the presidential order. He has a Lincoln-like president followed by a tyrant. That is not what we had. He also says that Arabic forces were the ones who were attacking Israel, and Israel just wasn't ready. And they just had like a little defensive mass destruction type of event, and that is not what happened. He could be a Zionist, but definitely there was no weapons of mass destruction. But the way he paints the aggressors and everything is very, very dated. Honestly, this is the information that we were fed, you know, in the year 2000. But like I said, it could have been a psyop. Anyway, there's a few things that if they did happen, I might turn around and say, this guy could really predicted these things. Maybe he's a prophet. Maybe he had a vision. He predicts there will be Waco-like conflicts frequently in the next 5 years. He also predicts there will be a farmer general that will rise up and will lead us to freedom. Furthermore, and this is very concerning to me for some reason, he predicts that our name of our country will be changed to the American Federal Empire, AFE. Wow. So I really hope that doesn't happen. And it, you know, he did start knocking down the White House, so it definitely could.